The Owl House is an animated TV show about Luz Nocera, a 14-year-old girl who goes to a different dimension with the desire of being a witch. The show started on January of 2020, and after 3 seasons, it is going to end on April 8th. After watching all of the episodes and getting a better understanding of the characters, the journey each of them go through, and the show's overall message, today I'm gonna talk about the last episode and my predictions/opinions on how this amazing cartoon should end. To start off, I cannot talk about what the finale should be without mentioning a big narrative of the Owl House. Inaccuracies, the show's creator, has talked about neurodivergence coding on a live stream and how she intended to make Luz, the protagonist, be neurodivergent. And we can see that throughout the series, Luz shows a lot of traits that neurodivergent viewers may relate to. It is stated many times that Luz is different from the other kids of her realm. And that is my next point. Because she is seen as different and weird, Luz has been bullied and isolated from others since she was little. That is why she uses her interests as escapism of reality. For example, the Good Witch Azura book, where she got her fascination for witches and magic from. Escapism is her way of coping with the fact that she can't fit in the human realm. That is a very common subject for neurodivergent people, since our world isn't prepared to welcome them. You see, everything around us is made for neurotypical people, and that is harming for those who don't belong in this box. So Luz finds herself a home in the Boiling Isles, because everything that is seen as weird in the human world is pretty normal in the demon realm. She can finally fit in somewhere, and she isn't afraid of being herself. The only thing she's judged for is for being a human. The Owl House is a big neurodivergent narrative, at least from Luz Nocera's viewpoint. The show should end in a way that corresponds with everything we've seen until this point. Now that I've talked about the base for my argument, I'm gonna talk about why Luz should stay in the demon realm for the series finale. Season 3 has shown us a very unhappy Luz Nocera, and I can't deny her last vision from the Boiling Isles was everything falling apart, and since she blames herself for this condition, of course she would be sad. But there's something more. She's sad because she's not at home. Yeah, she's with her mom and friends, but she's in a place that she believes she doesn't belong to. And plus, she's not with her found family. The first episode of this season, thanks to them, showed us a bit of Luz's school life. We saw Luz being isolated from her classmates and how the others feel about her weirdness. She doesn't feel secure around these people, and that isn't the first time. Heck, in the 10th episode of Season 2, Yesterday's Lie, Luz preferred to talk to literal rats instead of asking people her age for information. Just so you know how bad are her feelings of inadequacy. I don't know about you, but all of these things are reason enough for her to stay at the Boiling Isles. But there are some other factors that contribute to this point of view. First of all, her talisman. Since the episode Hunting Talisman in the early Season 2, we got a hint that Luz wouldn't be getting a staff of her own so soon. Some episodes later, she finally carved something with the palistrom wood Ida got her, but still, it was just an egg. Only in the second episode of Season 3, For the Future, Luz's talisman was revealed. What I'm trying to say is, we got all this build up for Luz to get a staff, just for her to leave it at the Boiling Isles in the end? I mean, she could still take it with her to the human realm, but it just wouldn't make sense. My second point involves Camila Nocera, Luz's mom. In the beginning, when she first found out about her daughter's stay at the demon realm, she didn't like it. For obvious reasons, I mean, it's a whole new world. But when she saw Luz's diary entry in the episode Thanks to Them, she saw how unhappy her daughter was, even though Luz had decided to stay in the human realm. She knew Luz was doing this for Camila's sake, and because of the self-blame, not for herself. So at the end of the episode, Camila decides to go to the Boiling Isles to help defeat Bellows. But we can also interpret this decision as Camilla's way of showing she supports whatever Luz's choice is in the end. And this argument is supported for the future, when Camilla admits to Luz she was wrong to try to suppress her daughter's creative side. All these things considered, we as the audience can assume Luz will stay in the Boiling Isles, since all these factors such as she getting her talisman, her mom's support, and her overall relationship with the human world are leading to it. That is Luz Noceda's journey, and I can't see the show ending in any other way. To sum up, Luz staying in the demon realm is the best way the finale can take, because it will be coherent to her journey and the build-up we are getting from previous episodes. But there is also one thing to consider. Deneteris doesn't like happily ever after. Perhaps in a perfect world, Luz would have access to the portal door, so she could go back and forth in both realms, visiting Camilla when she wanted to. But I'm not really sure that will be possible. Maybe the door will be destroyed or there won't be any Titan's blood left. I don't know. But if I had to choose which realm she should stay permanently, it would be the demon realm. I guess and hope the writers won't separate Luz from her found family, like other shows. So maybe Camilla will have to say goodbye to her daughter, but knowing that that's the best decision regarding Luz's happiness. In addition, there is another possibility for the finale, but I hope the writers won't take this way, because it would just be awful. That is, if the Owl House ended just like Star versus the Forces of Evil. If both the human and demon realm merge, I'm sorry, I will cry and it will be of distaste. It just won't make sense. It will be a finale too happy for the Owl House, a cartoon that deals with darker themes. Not to mention the implications of that decision. Imagine if random creatures and monsters started to live in your city. The population wouldn't like those creatures taking their houses and jobs. Also, the government probably wouldn't let beings from another dimension walk around without taking some of them to run some tests. That's why I'm already discarding this possibility. So basically, those are my predictions. The finale isn't out yet at the time of this video, but however the show ends, my point stays the same. Or I don't know, maybe the finale won't be like my predictions, but if the execution is good enough, perhaps it will change my mind. I can't wait to cry about this show on April 8th. Thanks for watching!